Hello, teacher.
Yes, hello, Mr. Twy. Good evening. Oh, good
Yeah,
afternoon. It's
good
not.
afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, because here in my place, it's already dark because of the typhoon. And we are expecting the super typhoon to land today. Yeah, so far, like early in the morning, the weather was sunny, but it
Yes.
was so windy.
Yeah. Today the weather is sunny. Yeah.
Yeah, but is it very windy there too?
Um. mm, Light windy. Light windy. Yes.
A
And
little windy.
yeah. And almost property is broken.
Pardon? Almost.
Almost properties. Access. Yeah. Access is broken.
Ah, yes. I'm sorry to hear about that one, Mr. Twice. Same thing in Cebu. Like there
Yeah.
was a very big destruction of the buildings, their houses, and even some personal lives have been sacrificed because of that typhoon. Yeah,
Yeah.
like many people died in that in that big typhoon last Monday. So hopefully this upcoming typhoon won't be as big as the one that we have in Monday. So anyway, Mr. Twy, for today, our topic is all about Unit 4. It's a new topic now, all about relationships. Yeah, so if
Yeah.
you know, when we say relationships, that is actually our connection to other people, just like you and your wife, you and your mother, you and your colleagues. So you have relationship with them. It's like your connection. So Mr. Twy, in your opinion, how can we make the relationship last stronger?
Uh. Yes. I usually visit them and sometimes gift for them and sometimes drink coffee or uh, eat together hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I think we have to meet sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because the people uh, cannot meet. Uh, maybe everyone will don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So the more time we spend with them, the closer we get to know them. Because of course, it cannot be called relationship if you never met in person. Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe too that when we say intimate relationship, like partner, like for example, opposite sex, like wife and husbands, yeah, I believe that the most important foundation of a lasting relationship is trust and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you feel safe to be honest with your wife, with your husband, and you also feel safe to open anything to them because, of course, you trust each other enough. Yeah. So for today, Mr. Toy, we have three objectives: the vocabulary, phrases, and discussion. So the first part is vocabulary. So the
Yeah.
first word that we have here is relationship. Yes. Then we have here
Relationship.
next relative. Oh,
Relative.
by the way, Mr. Twy, what do you think is the most important relationship? Is it mother to daughter
Uh,
or father? Oh, mother to children or
yeah.
father to children?
Um,
Oh,
what's
no,
the
no, wrong question, Mr. Twy. Wrong question. What do you think is the most important relationship? For example, if you're going to choose your wife's relationship or you and your future children's relationship?
uh-huh. Um, I think the my company my family uh
Mm-hmm.
yes, the my family, I have a relationship with everyone. Yeah, I think the relationship is very important. Uh, because I think I can I need to balance. I need to balance relationships in family.
Mm.
Yes, for example, I I I need to relationship with my wife. Sometimes we we go to hang out. We go to eat together, and sometimes I go to come back my hometown to visit my parents. Yeah, and and all the relations, all the relative. Uh,
Mm.
Sometime test holiday or vacation. Yes, I I I I will go to visit that.
Yes. Oh, well, I understand that one, Mr. Twy, that you just want to balance your relationship with everyone in your family. Because, yes,
Yeah,
of course, that's very important. But you know what,
yeah,
Mr. Twy, like I've read a post online that it was actually an interview, and there were so many comments about that interview. So the interviewers asked the man, yeah, okay, like if you are going to choose only two,
yeah,
who are you going which relationship are you going to value more, your relationship to your wife or your relationship to your children? And you know
mm,
what the man answered? Yeah, because he can only choose one. He chose his wife. Yeah,
uh,
his reason is this: because in marriage it
yeah,
is our partner whom we grow old together. Our children, we grow with them at there's an age limit that we grow together with our children. Let's say that we can have our children in our house up until they are young adult, let's say 20 to 25, like that. Once they get married, they will start to build their own family. They will
yeah,
have children of their own. They will have their wife, their husband too, like that. But with your wife or with your husband, they are actually the ones who
yeah,
will be with you until you die, if everything goes well. Yeah.
yeah,
So that is actually the point of the man. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
so among all relationships it's like when we prioritize the people that we love, yeah, the people that we should prioritize is our husband or wife,
mm,
like that.
yes, yeah,
Yeah. Because just like your mom,
yeah.
yeah, but actually most of the mothers would prioritize their children over their husband. Mm. Yeah.
uh, um,
I'm not sure if you would agree with that or not, but yeah, I definitely agree to that, man, Mr. Twy. Like same thing with the wife too. She was asked and she was like, "Oh yeah, of course, I would prioritize my relationship with my husband than anyone else in this world." Yeah, because yeah, it makes sense. Like your wife or your husband is the one that will be with you through difficult times or good times, eh, like that. So anyway, we have here next relative. Like you mentioned about your relatives. So these are actually our family members, aunts, uncle, like that. So who is the person in your family member, Mr. Twy, that is very close to you?
very close.
Yes.
Uh, yes. I think my grandmother or grandfather. Yes,
Mm,
because uh, the grandmother or father usually help me. Yes, for example, uh, when I was young, I will have I usually do work wrong. Do work wrong. Yes. My parents will will talk and will will talk and will very strictly with me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then grandmother or grandfather will help me.
Yeah.
uh, I will go to sleep with grandmother or grandfather. Yeah,
Oh, wow. So probably with your grandparents too, you are their favorite
yeah,
grandchild.
yeah.
Yes.
Grandchild.
Like if you don't mind me asking, are they still alive up until now? Do you still have your grandparents, Mr. Twy?
Sorry, I sorry.
If you don't mind me asking, do you still have your grandparents?
Yeah. Uh, yes, I really love grandparents. Yeah. Uh, maybe grandparents will we will see eyes. I I I was young, and when I a baby, and when I grow up and
Mhm.
young adult, yes, and get married, yes, and grandparents will want to the children grow up and have a work and have a money and have everything. Yes,
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that one, Mr. Twy. And of course, I can relate to what you said because our grandparents are also the ones who give us the emotional and moral support if our
yeah,
parents are not there. For example, our parents are working. So sometimes our parents would just leave us to our grandparents and they will actually give us the things that we need. Yeah,
yeah,
say for example that when we go to school, we don't have allowance
yeah,
because our parents don't have money. So it is actually our grandparents who would give us an allowance to go to school.
yeah,
Yeah, because that was actually my experience with my grandparents. Like, unfortunately, both of my mother and father's side, I don't have grandparents anymore.
mm,
They died a long time ago already. Yeah. So anyway, we have here next friend.
yeah. Friends.
Yes. So of course, I know that you have many friends. And I remember one time that you only had one best friend during childhood, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, Mr. Twy, what makes a person true friend?
make friends. Yes, make true
Yeah.
friends. Uh, yeah. I think when I study high school or university, uh, we we have close friends. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and when I grow up and work for other companies, maybe mm, we really uh, we are really difficult have close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, actually, we have my colleagues or employees in company,
Yeah.
but we can share more information. Can share more information for them because
True.
I think they they cannot good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not good. Yes, they are not good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can they can talk for other people's
That's right.
us. Yes. So in my life, or uh, I have friend, or I choose friend to to work for work. Yes,
Yeah.
and when I go to my hometown, I have a friend when I was young, and I played together when I was young. Yes, they really uh, really uh, uh, they 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 really mm, friendly. Yes, really friendly, and and they help me uh, don't don't conditions that don't have condition.
Yes, that's right. So that is what we call unconditional love of a friend. Because that's what friends should be. Yes, and
Yeah.
what that's what friends are supposed to be, that they help each other when you are in need. Yes, and without giving any conditions. Yeah, an unconditional love from a friend. And you know what, Mr. Dwight, you are actually right when you said that our colleagues, yeah, we call them friends too, but not to the point that we trust them so much. We share to them about our family, our problem, like
Yeah.
that, or any issues with your life, because they can actually use that one against you.
Mhm.
Yes, so there's a limitation to what we can share to other people, especially to the people that we just consider an acquaintance. Are you familiar with the word acquaintance, Mr. Twy?
Acquaint
Acquaintance. Acquaintance, like this one. Are you familiar with this word?
acquaint
Acquaintance. So
acquaint
actually, there is a difference between acquaintance and a friend. I'm going to give you some examples of what an acquaintance is. For example, you went to the grocery store and you met someone there who
mm,
was so good to you. Then you became friends in that moment. So actually, that's not considered a friend. That is just an acquaintance. Like you met someone, you know them, you so you socialize, you spend time for a short period of you spend time with each other, you get to know each other. That's just an acquaintance. Like you see someone, you meet someone, that is not considered a friend automatically. Yeah, because when we say friend, that is our childhood friend until we grow up. We have them by our side. They witness every failures that we have, and every success that we have in our journey. So that's what friends are. So there's a difference with acquaintance and friends. So just like your colleagues, they are also your acquaintance. Yeah.
acquaintance.
What else? Like your let's say the people that you met in the university,
Mm,
those are also considered acquaintances, like that.
acquaintance.
Yeah. But your what do we call that? But your um
Acquaintance.
wife's friends, they're not your friends too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just what we call acquaintance. Or you can say my wife's friends, like that. Yeah.
Acquaintance.
So do you have any question about acquaintance, Mr. Twy?
Uh, acquaintance.
Yeah, I will also try to, what's this? Translate it for you, Mr. Twy. Like that.
Acquaintance.
This is
Yeah.
not the party, because there are two definitions of an acquaintance. Acquaintance party, where you go to an event and socialize with the new people. That's acquaintance, which is a verb. But acquaintance as a noun, that is the person that you met, okay, but not
Mm.
very close with. And you
uh,
just talk with them. Yeah.
yeah,
So
acquaintance.
anyway, we
Yes, he
yes.
or the
So
he or the people is know and make cannot close friends.
yes, that's right. So acquaintances. So our
Mm.
colleagues, our boss, those are
Yeah,
acquaintances. The people that we meet on the street,
yeah, yeah.
the
I think boss.
policeman,
Yeah,
acquaintance.
yeah.
Yes. And sometimes they would say, "Oh, your face looks familiar. Where did I meet you?" Sometimes acquaintances would say that. Okay.
Yeah,
So next we have here neighbor.
neighbor,
Yeah, actually the words here,
neighbor.
Mr. Twy, are very easy in your level. But anyway, how can um how can good relationships with neighbors improve our community, Mr. Twy?
Mm, yes. Um, my hometown have have a lot of neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think when I live in the big city, the neighbor is cannot uh, I cannot have a relationship with neighbor because
Yeah.
they usually close gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone usually go to the company soon and
Mm.
go back home late. Yes, uh, but I think my hometown, uh, everyone usually give the food uh, and support when uh, when my family have parties, when I uh, does holiday or the events. Yes, they usually come to my house, my home,
Mm.
support us, uh, and in Vietnam have a culture.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, we have anniversary for grandmother or grandfather
Mm-hmm.
when they are died.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
Death
uh,
anniversary.
yeah, that anniversary. Yeah,
Mm.
uh, the relative will come come the house. Everyone will prepare food and prepare
Yeah.
everyone, and and then everyone eats together. Yes,
Mm.
and then if uh, if the food have a food and then everyone will bring a little food uh, come
Mm.
come back home.
Ah, like leftover food they would
Yeah,
bring for their family at home.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, very similar to the culture of the Filipino, Mr. Tuay.
yeah,
Like with every death anniversary and even birthdays with the loved ones that we died, we would actually
mm,
celebrate it. And
yeah,
if there are many leftover food, we would, for example, like a whole roasted pig. Do you still remember lechon? I
uh,
think I shared it to you before already. Like for
yeah,
example, um, in the Philippines, whenever there is
uh-huh,
an
yeah,
occasion,
yeah,
lechon is a
no,
common Filipino dish.
let's,
We would put it on the table, a whole
yeah,
roasted pig. So of
mm,
course, like our neighbors would come, our relatives would come, but if ever that there's plenty of leftover from this lechon, we would chop it and we would divide it equally to whoever wants to bring some leftover lechon to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Filipinos who are now in the US, they still
Mm.
do it, Mr. Toy. Like they would bring leftover food.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's actually who we are. It's part of our culture, and there's nothing wrong with that one. Like actually to some people, they don't do that
Mm.
because it's an embarrassment to them when they bring leftover food. Just like with my uncle, a late uncle, like he was Chinese.
Mm.
Yes.
Uh,
So when we ate in the restaurant, it was a Chinese restaurant here in the Philippines. So
yeah.
there was actually some leftover food.
Mm.
And you know what? My aunt um put those leftover food in a clean bag or in a clean food container. But you know what? He actually felt embarrassed to what my aunt did because he said, "Oh, don't do that anymore. What's if you cannot eat it, just leave it on the table." But the point of my aunt is, "No, I'm gonna bring it back at home because you paid for it. We paid for it. Let's not waste food." But I think it's part of their culture that they don't want to get what's left on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no
Uh,
leftover food. Because I don't
yeah.
know, he's embarrassed or maybe he's not just used to it.
Yeah. Uh, yes. In Vietnam, if you are full, uh,
Mm,
you can you can uh, leave over food from
mm,
home. Yes, it is
yeah,
normally. Yes.
yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And also the good thing about the neighbors in the countryside is they help each other out. You know what? Like in the 1990s, like with
Mm.
my great grandmother, I grandmother and great grandmother's generation, for example, if the house of my late grandmother lack rice, because you know that for Asians, rice is life. So yeah, if for example that the rice supply in our house, um, if we lack supply for our house, we my grandmother can actually ask some from the neighbor, and the neighbor won't mind to give you an extra rice. For example, we both are neighbors and I don't have food anymore in my fridge. It's probably because of finances, like that, some problems at home. So I can just go to you. I will like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Toy, I'm so sorry to ask you, but I don't have rice for my children anymore. Can I ask you some? I'll just return it next time." Yeah, that happened in the 1990s,
Yeah.
especially in the very old generation, and that's okay. But in the city you cannot do that. You cannot just ask from your neighbor a favor.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's like a big thing to ask from them. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's nothing wrong with that actually. It's just that and I don't know if it's part of the culture, but I think it's part of how you are as a person. If you're generous, you give. If you want to share, you can share. But if you don't want to share that, then that's
Mm.
fine too, right?
Uh, yes. In Vietnam, we have a
Mm.
culture. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you invite me, you usually pay for 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 everyone. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yes. Uh, sometime sometime if you invite my family, go
Mm-hmm.
to your family. You
Yeah.
prepare food and prepare drink, prepare everyone. Yes, and my family go to your family and eat together and have dinner together. Sometimes I will give for you uh, beer or clothes or everything. Yeah,
Ah, all right.
yeah. And in Vietnam, a lot of culture. When
Mm.
when you once years ago,
Uh-huh.
yeah, my my family will have a birthday 1 years
Okay.
ago, and the relationship and friends uh, go to the restaurant or go to the home and say happy and say lucky and uh, give lucky money for the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the family will 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 prepare the food or prepare the beer. Everyone go to drink and eat together. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a very nice culture, Mr. Twy. Like here for
Mm.
Filipinos, like it would actually depend. For example, I'm gonna invite you like, hey, let's have dinner in my house. You can actually be honest. Like, okay, okay, I want your family to come over to my house to have dinner, but I only have this food. Then they will actually initiate to bring some if the food is not enough, like that. But
Yeah.
most of the time, if you are the host, you should be taking care of all the food for your guests. That's how it should be. But if you are the host, the visitors would completely understand if you don't have enough food for everyone. Yeah, like during our family reunion, like in my mother's side, we would have family reunion because my mother's side is very big. I have so many relatives from my mother's side. So annually, we would have a family reunion in December. Usually it's December 30 or 31. That's a holiday. It's only a 1 day celebration, Mr. Twight. You know that it's part of our tradition for family reunion, and every family would counterpart a specific amount of money. For example, okay, for every family, like we agreed to pay 1,000 peso. That's for every family. Then every family will also bring one
Mm.
food.
Mm.
Yeah. We would put it all on the table, then everyone will eat. Yeah.
Mm.
But that's only for family reunion. But for birthdays, weddings, of course, whoever is the celebrant will be the one to shoulder all the expenses, the food, the drinks, like that. Like if it's my birthday and I invite you, okay, it's all my expenses.
Mm.
But for example, my friends, on my last birthday, they actually surprised me. They brought cake, they brought drinks, and some food. That is actually that the expenses of that one was all them because they surprised me. It was out of their generosity and for their love to me, like that. So it actually depends.
Mm.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Filipinos.
Yeah.
And we
Uh,
don't mind if you are being honest that, oh, I'm so sorry. Just like last Friday, Mr. Twy, like my friend invited me like, hey, Dring, she messaged me, hey, Dring, it's been a long time that we haven't seen each other because of our busy schedule. So she said, can we meet up in the night market?
Mm.
Yeah, I was like, okay, sure. But she said, I'm in a tight budget. So let's just pay on our own bills. If I eat this, then I will pay for it. I will pay for what I ordered and she will pay for what she
Mm.
ordered, but we can share food. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind. And that is completely fine, Mr. Twy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Filipino are also known to be stingy. Do you know what
Stingy.
stingy are? Like
Stingy.
you're very tight in handling finances. Some Filipinos are generous. Some Filipinos are also tight with their budget.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Stingy.
translate this one. Stingy means you don't want to spend a lot of money. You just want to stick within your budget,
Stingy. Yeah.
like this one.
Mm.
Yes. And we understand because, of course, we have obligations that we have to pay.
Mm. Stingy.
Yeah, that's being stingy. Okay. So next, here we have working relationship.
working relationship. Yeah,
Yeah, so these are now our colleagues, our boss. This is actually how we cooperate in our company, or how
Mhm.
we treat our bosses, our colleagues in our workplace. And you know what? This actually involves a professional attitude. The way we ask favor from our boss, we should be professional because we are working. Yeah, like that.
yeah,
But sometimes, like those senior roles are the ones who would not talk to us professionally. Sometimes they would just talk to us casually because they believe in seniority. Like,
Mm.
you know, Mr. Twai, in the police department in the Philippines, if you are the chief officer, all
yeah,
your juniors
mm.
will actually pay respect to you. They will actually call you chief, like that.
Chief.
Chief or master. If you're a master sergeant, then they will call you master, chief, like that. But if your position is below and you don't have a position yet because it's just an entry level job in the police department, your masters, your chief officer will just talk to you casually. No professionalism. They will even address you with your first name. They will not tell you ma'am, sir. um
Yeah,
for us, like in our branch, Mr. Toy, we would actually address everyone ma'am and sir.
ma,
This is
sure.
for professionalism. Ma'am, I already submitted the report. Sir, how can I help you? Sir, do you need something, like that? But for other people, they believe in seniority. This one, seniority. If a seniority.
Yeah, it.
Yeah, if you are my senior, you are the boss, I will respect you and call you sir. But if you are junior, we will call you by your name.
Junior,
Mm.
junior. Yeah,
Yeah, because they believe in the saying that wait until you become. Okay, you have to wait until you become the senior of this department, like that. Then you will have that treatment, which is actually unfair. Unfair, but since they work hard to get where they are now, then I think it's reasonable too. But I believe that respect should always be there, no matter what is your position in that company. Yeah, because respect is what's that? It's earned, not given. Do you agree
yeah,
with that one? Like, if you respect me, okay, I'll respect you. But if you don't respect me, how can I respect you? Like that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So anyway, Mr. Twy, like, how can we build trust in our working relationship?
Uh, yes. Uh, I usually uh, talk with everyone, talk with other departments, and
Mm-mm.
sometimes I invite them multis, or invite them food. Yes,
Yeah.
fast food, and
Mm-mm.
sometimes talk with them. Order order suggest, yes, order the best, yes, to for fun, to improve relationship.
Yes, that's right. And of
Yeah,
course, like, in order for us to build trust in our workplace, we have to be dependable. When I
yeah,
say dependable, Mr. Twy, like, your
and
manager can depend on you. You cannot
depend.
just not show up without prior notice from your clients. For example, if you tell your client, okay, so this will be done in 2 hours, then you have to meet what you promised to them. That's being dependable. For example, you're going to tell me, like, hey, AM, like, I want to make a withdrawal, which is 1 billion peso. Of
Mm,
course, at the bank, we don't have that kind of money because we have limits on how much money we can put in our vault. Yeah, so we still have to get some cash assistance from our depository bank like that, then I'm gonna call you. Okay, Mr. Twy, we will process that one within today. Then you would say, oh, but I need the money already. So how much longer? Then I'm gonna say you, oh, in 10 minutes, just go here at the bank. Then the money is ready. Then it
mm,
should be done in 10 minutes. Yeah, you have to be dependable to what you say to the clients, to your managers. Yeah, if you say, yes, ma'am, I can work on this project, then you should work on that project. No excuses. So that is being dependable. So that's when our managers, our clients trust us because we are dependable. And of course, we have to be honest and open to feedback, like open to criticism, especially if you are a trainee. Just like me, Mr. Twy, you know what? I receive many feedbacks from my direct manager when they were still training me because I was a newly hired last year. So yeah,
mm.
if you are new in the company, in able to build trust, you should be honest because honesty is the best policy. And also, um, you should be open to criticism because I believe criticisms can actually help us to grow personally and professionally in our career.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we are just human being. We make mistakes. Some people, like sometimes we cannot see our mistake, but other people can. So that is why we should be open to feedback. Yes. And it's
yeah,
also good that you invite them for dinner, you go out with them, spend time with them. Yeah, to get to know them well and build more connections. Yes. Okay, so next, Mr. Twy, we have relationship with somebody.
yeah. Relationship with somebody.
Yes. So this is what we call an association. So your relationship with somebody is the same thing with association, Mr. Twy. So, Mr. Twy, how can communication affect your relationship with somebody?
Affect. Yes. Uh, yeah. I think if we have a lot of relationship with my life,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, when I have work difficult,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I will remember them. Will call them to advise for me. Uh, sometimes other people will don't don't care don't care about story about my story, but
Yeah.
yes, but I will I will uh, I will contact with the all the peoples and share information to for them consult or
Yeah.
advice. Yes, maybe I think we have a relationship with somebody is very good. Uh, but in this case, but in this
Mm,
case, they can have or don't have.
that's true.
Yeah,
So there's no guarantee that they will help you all the time. It
yeah,
actually depends to their mood if they will help you. So if you don't receive any help from them, then don't hold a grudge against them. Yeah. So just accept it. Okay, so if you're not gonna help me, then it's fine. I won't be mad. That's just how what the reality is. Yes. But you know what, Mr. Twy? Communication is very important in asking help. If
yeah,
we are the one who is asking a favor, then the tone of our voice, the words that we use should be what do we call that one? Compelling, or it should be persuasive enough so that that person will help you. Because
Mm.
if, for example, me, I need something from you and I'm very bossy. So do you really think that I will get what I want from you if I have that kind of attitude? So no. So if you are the one who needs help, then you should be kind enough so that, or pitiful enough, so that
Yeah.
the person will help you.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, like it's already time, Mr. Twy. So do you have any question before we end this one?
No, thank you.
Yeah, so you're welcome, Mr. Twy. I hope that you learned something. Like enjoy the rest of your day and see you next week.
Yeah,
Happy
see you
weekend,
next.
Mr. Twy.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.